Alright guys, welcome back. This is the Clueless Gamer. We're going to be diving back into our series here. This is episode 4 of my noob Khuzait strategy. Let's go ahead and dive in. Let's see. In our last episode, I was basically taking the Khuzait Nomad troops, basically the tier 1 troops, and upgrading them to the tier 2 horsemen. We were pretty much almost, I think, done with that objective. And then I think I was just going to go purchase some horses. So when we dive in, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Also, you may have noticed already, but the graphical quality has dramatically improved because I have upgraded my graphics card. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am no longer living in the Stone Age. The computer can compete, and soon I'll be upgrading my microphone as well. And so hopefully even the sound quality will get better. But real quick, let's just go ahead and look at our party and see exactly what we're going to need here. Okay, it looks like I have about 10, well, really 9 guys that still need to be upgraded, but the rest are horsemen. Notice here that I have a significant amount of horse archers. And this army, this stack, can really compete now. So, first objective, let's go buy some cheap horsemen, or excuse me, horses. And I believe that town down there had it. So let's go ahead and do that. That'll give the wounded some time to heal up as well. I cannot tell you how awesome it is to have an upgraded graphics card. I'm thinking of running somewhat of a parallel series to Mountain Blade Warband. Could this strategy work with the Khajiit Khahanite? I don't know. I've never done it. I used to play mainly as the Nords. I just really loved the Vikings in Warband. But if that's something you guys would want to see, let me know. I'd be happy to try that. How much cash do we have? We're doing good on cash. I only need about 10 of these guys. Let's do that. I do need steppe war horses though, because as the here, let me just grab them all. As the horsemen level up, in order to get to those really high tiers, they need war horses. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna take these horses, take those war horses. It's gonna dip heavily into my cash here. I'll be left with about 2 grand-ish. But that's fine. We'll be able to recoup that very quickly. I mean, do I have anything to sell? Yeah, I have some junk to sell. Let me just sell this stuff. Let's see here. Okay, cool. I have food. We're good. All right. So let's go ahead and upgrade these troops. So look at that. The raiders require war horses, and it looks like 6 out of the 7 we're able to upgrade. And these guys are really good. I think they're 1 tier away from the top tier. Look at that. And you'll see these horse archers, oof. The way they mow people down is crazy. All right. Let's see if we can find some looters again. That's a small party. Oh, that's a bigger party. Let's do that. And we'll just have our infantry go ahead and quickly fight it out. I really want to get those guys leveled up as quickly as possible. And then we'll move on to the next phase of the strategy. Keep in mind that we are about 2 to 2.5 hours into the beginning of the game here. Let me prevent these guys from shooting. Infantry, get in there. Oh, just look at the quality, guys. This is so much better. So much better. All right, let's supervise these guys. Let me help them out. Get a couple of these guys wounded. Or I could just completely suck. Ooh. Oh, that's unfortunate. Ooh, unfortunate for him too. Wow, these looters are really putting up a fight this time. All right. 3 upgraded. So I'm not going to be too strict on getting all of all of these guys upgraded. As long as I can get most of them. So there's 6 now. Looks like some of them are almost there. We'll let them heal up, and then we'll see what we can do. Basically, I just want to have a mostly horseman army. I've essentially accomplished that at this point. But let's see if we can let those guys heal up, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the next phase of the strategy here. I know there were some other parties over here. Oh, this is a pretty small hideout. See, with the hideouts, you can get some pretty decent cash. The problem is, though, I don't really have a melee weapon, like a sword or something, to fight the boss at the end. You can normally get some decent cash and armor. And I haven't showed this off in this campaign, so we'll go ahead and do that. Well, I don't want to wait until night. We'll do it later. But I'll make it a point to maybe attack that one. Okay, this is a small party. Let's go ahead and attack it real quick. All right. So, oh, they gave up. But we got 195 dinars. So, oh, and beer. I mean, you can't go wrong with beer. As a matter of fact, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I should have my own beer. All right, cool. So let's just search out another looter party. There you go. These guys might surrender too, though. Let's see. Oh, wait, hang on. There's another one right here. I hate fighting in wooded areas, but it is what it is.
Hold fire! If I kill them, whoa!
Oh, only 3 of them? Alright, see if I can kill some of these guys then. Ooh, it looks like the looters unfortunately won. Alright.
Hold our soldiers! Give them hold fire!
Let's let them get wrecked by everybody over here. Oh my gosh, just trampled. Well, somehow he survived. Oh, 2 of them survived. How's that even possible?
Go!
And they're running away. Ooh. That headshot, though. Wow. Okay, alright. Let's get out of here. And at this point, I really don't feel like waiting for the rest of these guys to upgrade. So I think I'm going to just get rid of them. And I have... There's 43 horsemen. I think I'm okay with that. I have 7 melee. Yeah, and then I have a ton of horse archers. This is fine. This is what we're going to do. So let's let the one guy heal up, sell what I have, and then we're going to move on to the next phase of the strategy I was telling you about. Sell off this junk. And you know what? It's actually almost nighttime. Let me buy a melee weapon real quick, which I guess I could have held on to one from the pile that was there, but whatever. I just need like a cheap sword or something. Except they're not cheap. That's fine. I'll pick one up from a dead guy in that hideout. Since it's nighttime and that's the only time you can attack, let's go ahead and see if we can get to it. Oh no. That's fine. We'll wait. Since I have a wounded guy anyway. Or I guess not anymore. That's fine. It's coming by pretty quickly. I just want to attack it so you could see what it's like. There's only 5 bandits here. That's normally not the case. But it's a pretty cool kind of experience. So let me just show that off real quick. Please note, before you do something like this, it might be good to save. I didn't do that, but if you're new, you may want to do that. Oh, sweet. Well, sweet and not sweet. So we'll see what happens. Let me see if I can at least get this shot off. Oh, I won. It's normally not that easy. That one shot I hit him with the arrow in the head must have done it. Okay, so what the hell just happened? Let me explain. Normally, when you fight in a what is this, a hideout, you spawn in at a certain point. You only have a handful of men. What is that? It's 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 plus you. So you have like 9 people total. And normally they have men in different spots. So here, there, up there. And they're kind of patrolling. And then even here and in the caves, which all the entrances to the cave should be right here. Yeah. So basically what happens is you start off over there, and if you look at the top where the, here, let me see. This is up here, the balance of power bar. Normally it's significantly higher. When they have more bandits, there's a ton of them scattered throughout. Your men have to basically fight their way, clear out all of the garrison, and then at the very end, you do basically a boss fight. So in this case, because there wasn't enough men to be garrisoning any of these areas, it basically just put me straight to the boss fight. So it was him and his 4 bodyguards. And then, so one quick tip, if you're using a throwing weapon, or I guess any range weapon, as long as you're quick, kind of like how I did where I hit very well, you can get a shot off, or throw your spear or whatever, and at least hit them once. If you can get them in the head, you might be able to kill them if you're strong enough. In my case, I managed to get the shot off, do some damage, and then stabbed him once, and he's dead. So let's see what we get out of this, outside of renown and morale. A large bag of arrows. Oh, it's worth 430. That was not for naught. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Also, when you destroy a hideout, you'll get positive relation with nearby towns and castles and stuff, which is pretty cool. All right. Well, I promised you I would show you, and I did. So what's the next phase of this here? The next strategy. So what you're going to want to do if you're trying to basically amass wealth and build the strength of your army is become a mercenary. In order to become a mercenary, I believe you have to be clan tier. I think I can be clan tier 1. Here, let me double check. Yeah, I think it's clan tier 1, and then I think for clan tier 2, that's when you can be eligible for a vassal, which is at the bottom of that list. So in order to do that, I basically have to find the leader of the Khuzait. So, or the Khuzait. I'm terrible at pronouncing these names, guys. But it's Man Chong, and he is at that town, which, let's track it. I think it's really close. Yeah, right here. So let's go down there. I think this was his capital, but like I talked about in the first or second episode, it was taken by the Northern Empire. Oh, there he is right there. So let's go ahead and save real quick. I'm going to have a conversation with him and see if I can become a mercenary. The difference between a mercenary and a vassal is, as a mercenary, for every, I think it's 5 points of influence, you'll make whatever the contract amount is. So let me go ahead and see. I wish to discuss something with you. I want to enter your service. My sword is yours for the right sum. Okay, so there you go. So if you're playing for the first time, you go to, there is something I'd like to discuss. I want to enter your service, and my sword is yours for the right sum. This will enter the mercenary contract conversation. This right here, which is unavailable to me because I'm only, my clan is only tier 1, would actually make you eligible to become a vassal. What's the difference between the two? Mercenaries, for every 5 influence, you make whatever the contract agreement is. You do end up having, it's almost like you're a vassal. You end up having enemies, the same enemies that the Khuzait have, but you're doing it under the contract. So when your contract ends, you're no longer at war with them. versus if I were to start raiding, let's just say the Aserai, raiding their caravans and stuff. Me personally, my clan would be at war with that entire nation, and I really wouldn't be able to make peace unless I had talk with one of them, and it ends up being very expensive. With the mercenary contract, once I end my contract, if I choose to for whatever reason, it makes peace with everybody I was at war with. When you're a vassal, you don't make money for fighting the enemies, but you are eligible for holding castles and towns, or different fiefs or whatever. So there would be a voting session, and then you can throw your vote behind who's going to own the castle, including yourself. You're not always an option, but sometimes you are. And then if you win, you actually get that castle. You can manage it. You can appoint one of your companions as a governor, and you can build improvements and stuff like that. And of course, the most important thing, make cash and garrison units. In our case, we're only concerned about gathering wealth at this point, because as you move on later in the game, you need cash desperately to fund your wars, to build larger armies, to equip your companions. They create parties and build more troops, because of course you want to own your own kingdom at some point. Or hey, maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to serve these guys and become a vassal. Or if your clan's a higher tier, that's just a benefit to you. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. Our kingdom is not at war. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Here, so let's back out real quick. So that was the first thing I should have done. I should have checked to make sure that they were even at war. So let's go here. You can do that by going to kingdoms, selecting your kingdom, and then going down. So they are at war, but this is a minor faction, a minor clan or whatever. So it's not the equivalent to being at war with, say, the Northern or Western Empire like they were in the beginning. So what I need to figure out is who these guys are at war with. See, and this is even just minor clans. All of these guys are minor clans. So I need to find somebody I can basically sell my sword to. I was hoping that I'd be able to do the Khuzaits, because I really like their faction, and of course it'd be a little bit more thematic, but it's not that big of a deal. Let's look at the Aserai. Normally these guys are at war with the Northern Empire. And these are all minor factions. Is nobody at war? What's going on right now? Is there peace in Calradia? What is this? And I meant Southern, not Northern. Aserai is normally at war with the Southern. What about the Western? What? Britannia? Sturgia? Guys, there is peace throughout the land. Okay, so here's the thing. Wars happen very, very quickly here. And I could easily do the same exact thing everybody else is doing, which is fighting minor factions, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think I'm already at war with one. So let's look at clans. Let's look at my clan. Golden Horde. I left to Roy or whatever. So it looks like they're part of the Kingdom of Sturgia right now. So I don't want to pursue that. But who's not at war? I just really want to kill. They're at war with the Aserai, the Jawal. But are they part of the Khuzaits? Because if we go back here, Kingdom, let's look at the Khuzaites. Oh, they are, yeah. That's kind of annoying. So minor faction or clans just like yours, they can basically do the same thing, become vassals and mercenaries and whatnot. So that looks like that's the case here, which is kind of annoying. But it's interesting to me that Jawal could be at war with Aserai, but Aserai is not at war with the Khuzaites. So I'd venture to say that Jawal is actually at peace with Aserai because they're part of the Khuzaites. If they weren't, they would actually be in kind of a continuous war. So let's see if we can find another minor clan that maybe isn't part of another faction. That's me. I'm going to declare war myself. Oh, how sad. Look at my mom and dad are dead. That's unfortunate. Okay. All right. Hidden, hinge, wall. Oh, I already looked at those guys. So everybody has a contract, even though there's no wars. Ah, these guys don't. These guys don't. Okay. What about the wolf skins? They do. Okay. These guys are the only ones that are not at war with, or excuse me, not a part of any army. So let's see, where the hell are they? It's not that far. Kind of annoying. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Let's go. So we're going to head over there and pick that fight. And basically just... Yeah, damn it, they're part of the Azerite. Oh, it's such a tempting target, too. So... No. Let's just stick to the original strategy. I don't want to be at war with a whole nation. Now, the moment one of these other, kingdoms declares war on another kingdom, we'll see if we can get a contract with one of them. But for right now, doesn't look like that's going to be our option. So let's right around over here. Who am I even attacking again? What are they called? Skolder Brotava. Okay, all right, cool. Of course, there's these like little sea raiders and stuff like that, but that's pointless. I don't want to do that. Okay. Cool. So they have Aston, Yarly, Magan. It was 3 days ago. 3 days ago. 3 days ago. 3 days ago. Okay. In case you don't know what I'm talking about. So if you look at the top right of a character, you'll kind of get an idea of where they were at. And the number of days it's been since they were seen. I think these guys are only on foot. They're kind of a Viking-ish clan. So they're like floating here somewhere. So I bet you if we ride around, we could probably find them. But I can't wait too long because I do have salaries I'm paying. People got to eat in my army. So so let's see if we can find them. If not, then because I'm incredibly impatient, I will probably just declare war on a nation. Probably the Azerai. I feel like my army could easily kill the Azerai, or maybe even the Is he raiding? No. He's part of it. He's recruiting. Sorry, I got distracted by that. Maybe even one of the Empire factions, because they do typically troop infantry heavy armies. Maybe I'll do that. I could probably pick on these guys, but will these guys let me have a mercenary contract if they go to war? All right. Well, you know what? I'm getting bored, and I really want to continue this strategy here, so let's do that. All right, this is what we're going to do. We are going to pick a fight with the Northern Empire, because why the hell not? The main reason I'm going to do that is for two reasons. One, they border the kingdom of the Khuzaits and all of their cities that have the troops that I need to replenish my army. So I can basically come in, do some damage, and get the hell out. But also, these guys will inevitably go back to war again, and that might position me to snag some territory. Unless, I decide to become a vassal for some reason. It's not normally the way that I play. Okay, so what do we got here? So this is, if you hover over an army and press the left Alt key, you'll get a detailed breakdown of what the army is composed of. Excuse me. So it looks like there are 42 Imperial recruits here, which means that this army would be a complete cakewalk. So that's exactly what we're going to do, guys. We're going to declare war and make it happen. All right, so in order to do that, you just go, I'm here to deliver my demands. I offer you one chance to surrender, or repeat, yield, or fight, and boom, just like that, we are at war with the entire Northern Empire. Now we're outnumbered, and the balance of power is, it looked like it was like an even split. No, I was going to say it should be in our favor because they are absolutely going to get demolished by our horsemen. And now I get to show you this strategy. It should work even better because these guys here, this particular minor faction, the Lake Rats, they don't have cavalry. They only do mainly infantry armies. So I'm just going to focus on getting some more archery practice. But as you're going to see, these horse archers are going to completely demolish. It's not even going to be a contest. But if it was a whole army of horse archers made up of me, they would totally demolish us because look how bad I suck. All right, let's pick this guy off. Let's couch lance him and all right. The strategy they use, I don't know if you guys ever played Rome Total War. I think it's in Rome 2 as well, but the Cantabrian circle, right? Where they circle around the infantry and just utterly destroy them. That's essentially what's happening right now. And look at that. I mean, they're just getting picked apart. But the javelins they're throwing are legit, no joke. I get hit by one of those and I almost die, or have died, every time. It's crazy. But I think they've exhausted all their ammunition. Oh, no, they haven't. No, they haven't. So you want to be very careful with that. So now, basically, the actual minor faction troops, which are decently strong, they're the only ones left. But it's not even a contest. They're not going to last. Formation's broken down. He can't defend from everywhere. Plus, once these guys run out of ammunition, they actually charge in with their swords and spears. So, I mean, it's inevitable to suffer some losses, which I believe we did. But that's okay. That is okay. Let's see, how many men did we lose? So 3 horsemen. And we defeated an army that was a little bit larger than ours. So, but the most important piece is the loot and capturing enemies. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like now. You're my prisoner. Yep, let's hold on to him. Let's take these guys and sell them. Upgrade all of these guys. So, of course, our army is just going to continue to become more and more effective over time. And I officially have 3 top tier units. And these guys are just brutal. I mean, look at them. They're so cool. They have great equipment. And, I mean, look at their bow skill. 130 bow and 130 riding. I mean, come on. Okay, loot. Nothing crazy. That's fine. Let's take it. And... ooh, look at that. So... look at all these different generals that are here. Can we pick a fight? Let's see. I'd like to think that we can actually beat Lantana. Maybe let's avoid that and stock up a little bit. I might be able to get to this guy though and kill him. But they're gonna track me down, right? They're gonna try anyway. I'm much faster than they are. And let's catch up to this guy and kill him. Oh. Well, that's not good. That's not good. We will fight to our last drop of blood. Okay, so basically what happened is I was very close to 2 of these guys. And unfortunately, they teamed up, which is probably one of my favorite mechanics of Bannerlord. Um, when the AI is near each other, they get a sense of whether or not they could team up and take on an enemy party by combining their forces, and that's exactly what just happened right now. But take a look at this. I'm outnumbered a little over 2 to 1, and notice how the balance of power is almost 50%. So remember when I was saying in the first like episode or two that horse archers are a force multiplier? This is what I'm talking about. So if we look at the army breakdown here, uh, this guy's party is mostly recruits, which are basically meat shields. They don't have any shields. They run around with swords, and they have a t-shirt for armor. So our infantry will, or excuse me, our horse archers will tear through them no problem. They do have some archers, yeah, like decent 13 range, so those will be a little bit concerning. But this guy here is lower tier, has mostly lower tier late rack infantry. They're not like nothing to contend with, but they are lower tier. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna call this episode here, and in our 5th episode, we'll open up by fighting that battle. Thank you so much, guys. This has been the Clueless Gamer. Please like and subscribe and hit the notifications button for the next videos. I will see you on the next one, guys. Thank you.